Okay, it's 5:30. Now go ahead and call this meeting to order. Everybody stand up, please. We have Mr. Roland Youngberg from the First United Methodist Church to do some prayer.
Let's pray together. Oh, gracious and loving Lord, we thank you for this day that you've given us. We thank you for the city council and those that represent us and serve us and help us to be the best community that we can be. We pray that you would bless them in their effort and in giving their time. Lord, we just pray that you would bless this meeting, give everyone clear minds and loving hearts as we carry out the work of this community. Lord, we just pray that you would send rain to our land. We just thank you for all these things. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Brother, please.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Now I'll call the order of the regular meeting of the Industrial Authority. Now consider a motion for approval of the consent agenda.
So moved. Second.
Trustee Sumi?
Yes.
Trustee Huber?
Yes.
Trustee Gregoire?
Yes.
Trustee Lowry? And Chairman?
Yes, ma'am. On to action items. Action item A, agreement with Mega Contractors regarding the substantial completion date for our fire station. Steve.
Council, there was some question on, from the mega contractors on regarding what they thought the substantial completion date was. And based on that, what the utility expenses ending was, there was a billing from PSO that needed to be paid, and there was some confusion. And so basically, through Mega's attorney, from Weatherford, working through our attorney, we come up with an agreement that April 11th would be the expenses utility ending, substantial completion being January 1. This agreement signed up on both of this. January 1, the substantial completion is important to know that when the warranties begin. So that's also close to the time when we took the facility.
What form of motion do we need?
Well, we approve it.
Just approve the,
You agree that we acknowledge this?
do we have such a motion?
I make the motion that we approve the letter agreement with the Megan's attorney.
I'll second that.
Trustee Gregoire?
Yes.
Trustee Lowry?
Yes.
Trustee Sumi?
Yes.
Trustee Huber?
Yes.
And Chairman?
Yes, ma'am. Action item B, consider Mega Contractors pay application and change order number 5 and number 6. Steve.
Council, due to the mid-month, as you can see, we have a payout in front of you, so we need your approval. This is not the final. We are holding back $15,000. There's some paperwork and items that we need them to provide us prior to the final payment. That everything else is met, our requirements according to the architects. Change order number 5 is a deduct of the contract, which brings money back to the city. We did not install some concrete pillars or columns around some in the Bay Area that were initially part of the contract. The contractor failed to do it. However, working with Randy and our staff and the architects, we feel like it's not needed to go back and get those. We're fine without those, so we'll take the deduct. And then also, obviously, as part of the first agreement, the deduct of half the utility cost that we agreed on with Mega from the utility agreement there.
So we have a motion to go ahead and approve these payment applications.
So the amount of the change orders is going to be $104,000.
Yes, those are indicated in the change orders are indicated in the pay app. So the total amount of pay app is $104,674.09.
I move we approve the application and the change order. 5 and 6.
Do you have a second?
I'll second that.
Trustee Gregoire?
Yes.
Trustee Lowry?
Yes.
Trustee Huber?
Yes.
Trustee Sumi? And Chairman?
Yes, ma'am. Trustee reports regarding the Industrial Authority. Anybody up here?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Steve, bring us up to date on Chapman Road.
Well, council, currently, contract has begun. This is in the hands of ODOT at this point in time. I will tell you though, that there was some concerns by the new hotel. We settled those concerns. We will have access for them on 28th Street. Contractor will provide temporary access to them. My staff will work with the detour process to help go around Corbin, back around 28 to get when the construction of the alternate begins. Currently, they're working on drainage, and the process is, at this point, what I'm hearing, going smooth.
Well, looked at it today, and it looks like it's going smooth, but what is there some problem on the easements?
No, the question on the easement was that Keaton Modi had built some of his parking lot on the easement, which would have been taken out. However, though, we were able to make some adjustments with drainage that won't affect what he did. So actually, we may work that out. We'll get a sign and a light in the easement. We're allowing to keep him there. And then the drainage that was going to come off 28th Street, Dave Kmeyer, the engineer on for ODOT, agreed we do not have to cut that drainage. He allowed it to go east of where that location's at, so we worked all that out.
Everybody's happy.
As far as what I know, they are. So, I'm usually the last one to know when not. But what I know right now is we've worked it out. So.
Are you here? Everybody?
Yeah, everything's good.
Looks good.
Yeah, better than before, cutting through the parking lot and everything.
We were a bit nervous there for a little
Yeah.
bit, but we worked it out. So we appreciate ODOT and Keaton and our staff. We're going to make it work. So.
Well, what's happening on the addition, or housing at Robinson Addition?
Well, currently I'm waiting for one more bid, and I've got Ridley getting us some locations today where my staff will order manholes. We'll get the manholes in, make some adjustment, and should continue that on. I talked to Mike Prophet, my street supervisor today. He's going to contact Circle S and find out where they're at on the streets, which has already been awarded. Probably going to coordinate that with the street project they'll do this summer with us, but hopefully get an update for it. I don't have one right today, but I know that the curb and gutter still has to be poured and all that, but it's moving forward though. I will say though that the water is complete though at this point. So we're now waiting for the manholes to go in and wrap up the sewer and stuff.
Any other trustee comments, questions? City managers report, Steve.
Nothing further.
Audience participation regarding the industrial authority. Seeing none, consider a motion to adjourn the industrial authority meeting.
I'm at motion to adjourn. Industrial authority meeting.
Second.
Trustee Bueller,
Yes.
trustee Sami, trustee Lowry,
Yes.
trustee Bertle,
Yes.
and chair.
Yes, ma'am. On to the city council agenda. Now consider a motion for approval of the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Hughes,
Yes.
I'm sure.
Stop.
Stop.
Councilman Sami,
Yes.
Councilman Lowry,
Yes.
Councilman Bertle,
Yes.
and Mayor.
Yes, ma'am. Action item A, staff recommendation regarding street overlay.
Well, council, we've evaluated it. Got a little bit of feedback from council, and we recommend we just drop the Trenton Street bid off. This will put us under our bid. We have $200,000 budgeted for this. We will use the additional dollars. We're currently installing, we hope that will begin late this month, early in May, the crossing at 10th and Gary for our sight impaired folks. But we recommend dropping Trenton from this particular bid. That'll put us at $194,976 on total cost.
But I think that next year we should keep Trenton at the top of our list, and then also the others that we, on this list, and we didn't bid, those should be first, next year.
Correct. That's our plan.
I'd make a motion that we follow staff's recommendation on street overlay.
Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Councilman Bertle,
Yes.
Councilman Hughes,
Yes.
Councilman Lowry,
Yes.
Councilman Sami,
Yes.
and Mayor.
Yes. Action item B, consider resolution 825 regarding insurance requirements for a possible taxi cab service. Steve.
Council, we've been approached by a company who'd like to provide And taxi cab service by code, there are some requirements. We've had the city attorney look at this. This will allow commercial, require them to have commercial general liability insurance of $1 million, bodily injury and property damage at $2 million, and automobile liability at $1 million. We recommend the resolution. Then they'll go to a permit process. The company will have to get a permit, annual permit each year, a license, and then each driver is required to have a license. And we'll maintain those within our current codes. We have fees of $200 for the company, a license fee, and $25 for each driver fee annually. So this is required to allow this company to move forward.
That's interesting. Who is the company?
The last name is Schweitzer.
Schweitzer, yeah.
And then it's the first name.
Anybody else up here?
I think it's a good policy. I think we probably need.
See if she can make some.
Are those requirements, you know, if they're pretty well in line with
Yeah, we
what other
researched
cities are doing?
other communities, utilizing Elk City's Weatherford, and then have Ryan obviously give us feedback on where we think the liability limits need to be.
We have a motion to approve this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Lowry,
Yes.
Councilman Smith,
Yes.
Councilman Rodoff,
Yes.
Councilman Huglen,
Yes.
and Mayor.
Yes. Action item C, request authorization to bid an oil and gas lease on 99.7 acres that we own. Steve.
Council, two different companies have approached us regarding our oil lease near Clinton Lake. We would like to bid this and obviously see what type of money we can get for it.
What's the word?
I've worked on it, and I know what they're going to bid, but since I was the one who kind of negotiated, I probably shouldn't say. But it's substantial,
Oh, that's good.
substantial. In fact, we have acreage in the adjoining section that I think we can put up later. But there are two companies, and it is substantial. And it goes to an auction, whoever, more than one person shows up, but the best I've heard of this area in a long time.
That's good news. Okay, we're just, do we have, yeah, go ahead.
The negotiations were on part of the city, is that?
Now, what they'll do is they'll provide you a bid price, but if both bidders or multiple bidders show up, they have the ability to go back and forth, and you can
Goes to a public auction.
public auction at that point.
Here at the meeting. We did it before.
What?
Yeah. Okay, we have a motion to go ahead and grant this authorization.
I'd like to move that we do.
I'll second that.
Councilman Smith,
Yes.
Councilman Lowry, Councilman Rodoff,
Yes.
Councilman Huglen,
Yes.
and Mayor.
Yes, ma'am. Council reports?
Yes. Steve, how long had we known that the street lights were out on Eddy Town?
I don't know how long I've known that. That was provided information we gave to our previous public works director, Stephen Jones. It's somewhat out of our hands. We're forced to rely on others such as PSO to work with us. We did get some information today. It's still going to be a few more days. It could be a week or 2 weeks. There's actually 3 sections we're dealing with here. First of all, there was a damaged pole on I-40 that has caused issues that shut that down, and PSO is undermanned as well right now. And so they are waiting for some help in scheduling to get that completed. We are then helping them on some covers to protect the bottom, which creates exposure. So we're going to have to build some covers in-house, talking to staff this morning. The second section is near Kmart. Those sections, staff's going to work with them hopefully this week and bore some areas so that PSO can run some line and assist us in that. So maybe that could be open in a week or. We have a third section out by, that's Duke High Wash, and we were getting quotes from an electrician. That is the area by Cherokee and loves out there. So, this is a kind of unique thing. We've got a lot of issues in this area. I don't know how long they've been out particularly. I got some complaints a couple weeks ago, and we've been working on it. But it's still gonna be another few weeks before it's all said and done.
Why is PSO so slow?
I couldn't speak for PSO. They've had some staffing issues, they told us, backlog with some stuff, but I know my staff been talking to them, and I hope we'll have some of it done within a week or two, but it could be a while. But, it's something that's on our radar, and I've talked to our staff, our police officers, talked to Chief Crabtree and his officers, to make sure that when we see lights out, to report those to Public Works Secretary, so we can get those in before the PSO and get them repaired. A lot of this is on their timeline, but we're trying to assist them to speed that up as well.
That's kind of what I was thinking, that possibly, if the police notice a light out, that let us know.
That's our policy, and we reemphasize that again, this week, and this has been out for a little while,
Right.
so.
What the paper indicated there were multiple lights.
There's multiple lights out on I-40 and the 2 large tower lights at the Kmart location. There are multiple lights out there connected due to that accident and some issues with the conduit that's gonna have to be exposed and boarded.
With the Kmart lights, that's not a POS deal, is that something?
This PSO, it's a combination, I'm not sure how the agreement all works, you don't have it in front of me, but we assist PSO, their lights, our conduit, and so we work with them to help us. And so the agreement we have right now, we talked to PSO, is if we'll expose and board any locations, they'll run the line and get them back up for us. So, and it's just that's a unique location right there. I'm not sure how it all came about, but we have to work with them on that because somehow back in the day, the city had an electrician, I think, lay the lines, the electrical lines to those poles.
So it's not point of sale.
I know, that's not
Okay, what was your point?
No, that was, no, I said POS. So it's really-
Oh,
He called it POS.
I got you, yeah. No, I knew what you meant.
But now, how long have we known about the Kmart situation?
I don't go back when I first heard about it. I mean, it's been probably, 2-3 weeks since when we first had it, we first reported to staff, when we reported to me, so, and these things sometimes can take a while. I wish we could snap our fingers and have things back on quickly, but sometimes there's some time it takes.
Again,
Sorry.
I'm going to ask, what about the well at the golf course?
Well, I was told today that the probing is scheduled for the 5th of May.
5th of May?
5th of May. I have had 6 different engineers out in Clinton reviewing our situation, visiting the sites, talking to staff, so there's definitely some interest.
I'm still planning on having those RQs in by the end of the month for evaluation.
They're due the 30th, and as soon as we get them the next day, we will send them to all the council members.
What date are they going to test the canoe wells?
I don't know. That's not, he told me 2 to 3 weeks pending any other issues that FAH had to, deal with. And he said if the municipal well went down in their jurisdiction, he'd get that back on, help them out, and then come back over. So he's supposed to call Jeremy Brush when he does that, so they can go do a quality test on it. So we're just waiting for any day now, we're hoping. So, but no, but that was back a couple weeks ago. He said 2 to 3 weeks.
So actually, we're hopeful we'll have that in about 10 days.
That's what I hope, Dan Price with Canute is scheduled out with, they've hired FNH to do it, so it's in his hands, but he assured me within a couple of weeks he thought it'd be complete.
What about the Osida wells? Are we producing those wells?
So Osida's not online yet. Jeremy, gosh, not Jeremy.
Donald.
Donald, I'm sorry. That's space there. Donald, where are we at on the side? We had to do some plumbing out there, and
Yeah, we've got to install a valve around the check valve,
you have a timeframe when that will be done?
and hopefully in a couple weeks, and we can get all this stuff around town tied up.
Okay. So, what those, remind us what those producing potentially?
At the most, we'll get a couple hundred gallons a minute, and that'll be intermittent when we can run them.
It's not 24 hours a day,
No.
8 hours a day.
No, yeah. They're gonna have to replenish their towers too, so they'll turn them on and off.
Any other council reports? City manager's report, Steve?
Well, a couple different items tonight for you, council. First, I'd like to bring up Deborah Blanchard. I can remember Deborah's name, I guess, so. Give you a TIF district update on our current revenues in that area.
I handed out the email that I sent. I sent it out late today, so I went ahead and printed it, handed each of you one so you could see what it said. The principal balance as of June 30th, 2013 was $1,219,927. That's the principal balance back to the economic development, the industrial authority for the loans where we borrowed the money. With what information I have received to date, I went ahead and I do this on a 6-month time period, so from July through December, the sales tax, lodging taxes, and I included the ad valorem tax I received January 2nd this year. In that number, we will have a principal pay down of approximately $279,539. It's a little bit off because I am missing 1 month of sales tax from the business owner, and as soon as I get that, I'll do the accurate numbers, and it will be a little bit more than $279,000 principal payment. But that'll bring our estimated balance of our loan to about $940,388. In doing that, and looking at what we've been collecting during the time periods, when I look at what we've done over the last 12 months, what we've done in sales tax, lodging tax, ad valorem, I think it'll pay off in less than 3 more years. Probably quicker than that, once the La Quinta becomes active and open. Any sales tax, city sales tax, lodging tax, and ad valorem within those TIF boundaries will also pay back on this loan, so it'll be faster than 3 years. So altogether, it looks like that loan will pay off in about 6 years time period. With that said, once we pay this money for the July through December 2013, over and back to the fund where we borrowed it from, our ED fund will have a balance of $1,005,000 again, and it'll still have $940,000 in principal still to come. So that will be about where our ED funds are after the payment for ending December 31st.
What was the original?
$1,560,000
Okay.
was what we borrowed to do that. $1,500,000 went into the project, and the other $60,000 was to cover the cost of developing the TIF district and going through all the legal and meetings, everything that it took to develop that district.
What was the original payoff date?
It was originally a 15-year TIF.
15-year TIF.
It could go about 15 years, but we knew it would pay off much faster. And anything that is any kind of retail or anything that goes into the boundaries would assist it even more and quicker.
Just that way.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Council, also, budget update, we will have you a balanced budget to review at May 9th. We are hoping to have a budget workshop May 15th. And after that, any additional workshops or meetings we can schedule after that, depending on how that goes. If that does not work with anybody, we can move that. That's our tentative dates that we'd like to try to target right now. Obviously, and then a final approval with public hearings in June. That's our goal. So, look at your calendar. If there's any conflicts with that, let us know. I'll send out an email reminder to you as well.
13th works better for me than 15th.
13th.
What time are those these things?
Well, that's typically we've done that around 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So,
Because off 13th being off Tuesday from a council meeting.
the 13th is better for everybody.
Works for me.
We can target the 13th. And if we can get the budget back to prior to that night, we will received we had an open house, or the Women's Auxiliary had an open house, and he received a governor's citation, and I'd like to present that to the mayor and council.
As Steve said, 5th of April, we had an open house for the Ladies Auxiliary did, and I knew Representative Wright was coming out, but he surprised me. He presented us with a governor's citation. At this time, I'd like to present it to the mayor and the city of Money.
All right. Thanks. Don't give this to you.
Oh,
Yeah,
we'll frame
that's probably where it goes.
We'll frame it, we'll put it in the fire station, so. Council, my last item, I'd like to, you saw, I couldn't remember his name earlier, I don't know, raining dead here this morning, see, I can't even say what day time it is, it's in the afternoon. Donald Webb, I promoted Donald Webb as our new public works director as of yesterday. He's doing double duty right now and he's shorthanded in the water and wastewater distribution, but he will take over that, and we appreciate him. It'll be an easy transition, we hope, because he's very aware of our current city operations. So we want to appreciate Donald and appreciate the council with that absence. And that's all I have.
Congratulations.
I had one other thing. I had mentioned to Steve before the meeting started, we need to finish his evaluation. We kind of left a few things in limbo, so I'd like to have an executive session on our next council meeting so we can finish up the evaluation and get it behind us.
All right, easy enough.
The balance budget is about length.
Yeah, all before.
Audience participation. Running for the city council. Hearing none, consider motion to adjourn this meeting. I so move.
Second.
Councilman Rowley,
Yes.
Councilman Huglen,
Yes.
Councilman Smith,
Yes.
Councilman Rodoff,
Yes.
and Mayor.
Yes.